Now we are being joined by Oji Okpe with stories trending around the world today. Good morning, Oji. How are you?
You look beautiful.
Oh, so do you. You're wearing my favorite color, so you've made my day. Orange.
Okay.
Should we ask Dr. Abati what this color is?
Hi, Dr. Abati. How are you?
Good. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Well, good morning to you, viewers. We begin what's trending today in Nigeria. Cross River State Governor Professor Ben Ayade is generating a controversy over his call for residents in his state to ditch social distancing as a policy, but embrace the use of masks as a tool to stop the spread of coronavirus. The policy, which the governor tags as no mask, no movement, also promises to come hard on commuters over non-compliance to the no mask, no movement order, adding that offenders will pay up to 300,000 naira to get their impounded vehicles back when caught. Let's take a quick listen to this video.
It's etiology. I know transmissivity. I know it's antigenicity. Because I do. I know that once you put on this mask, you already have been protected. You don't need social distancing when you are properly protected.
Yeah, it's true.
Because for your mucous gland that is secrete the mucus and the muci, it's already forms a network of coats.
Oh my goodness.
Of course, will trap the virus. Let us all shout together. No mask, no movement.
No mask, no movement.
No mask, no movement.
No mask, no movement.
Together, Cross River State will conquer.
No mask.
No movement. Wait, I
I'm
mean,
not
this
going to join you in.
no. But this is really appalling.
Yeah.
We've said it several times on this program that leaders are responsible for their people. I don't understand why they don't double check facts before they come out to speak. How can you say no mask, no social distancing? Now, I don't understand that because for the past 3 months, everyone has been talking about social distancing as a tool to stop the spread of coronavirus. So, I mean, I really don't understand what he's doing.
Available, first of all, if you really want to impose.
And he has a nice little fabric there.
Let me start first with the, the circumstances of that video. And start in that regard with a bunch of sycophants and bootlickers, surrounding Ben Ayade when he was making that statement. You could hear the sycophants saying, oh, that's true.
Yes,
oh, that's true. And then when he said no mask, no movement, all of them ignorantly just soaked in the ignorance that the governor of Cross River State had just put out. Now, I think those people, they seem to be a reflection of the way Nigerians behave. When they are around a man of power, many people, they just switch off their brains and they replace it with sawdust. So I find that gathering in itself, a comment on power relations between people who lead and the people who follow them. That's one. Two, I think, there have been many myths about, coronavirus. And one of those myths is, Ben Ayade, who happens to be a professor, promoting it.
Happens to be a professor.
And I think he needs to go and do some homework and check up again on the literature. Because what he's doing there is a case of disinformation. What WHO has put out there, and he only needs to Google it, the oracle of the modern times, is that one, masks do not provide solid guarantee.
Exactly.
Because masks, yes, can protect, a part of your face. And if you are coughing or you are sneezing, then, of course, it prevents you from infecting others, from issuing droplets. But your eyes are open. Certain other cavities are open. And there's something, the health advisory on coronavirus that they refer to as aerosols, which can still penetrate certain parts of the body.
Right.
Now, that is one point. The second point, again, is that, yes, if you are down with the virus, then, of course, if you use the mask, it helps you. Members of your family who may be close to you, if they also use the mask, you will be protected.
Right.
But to give the impression that the mask is a foolproof, solid guarantee is not true. Then on social distancing, you have made the point. Every government, every health, professional has been talking about social distancing. And the government, the governor of Cross River State saying, oh, social distancing is not
once you have the mask, you don't need
I think that is
distance.
wrong. But I think what is more important for me is the fact that the Director General of the CEO of the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, the Minister of Health, and the Minister of State for Health, they have said, look, these politicians should not politicize COVID-19.
Thank you.
I mean, don't even talk.
It's not
Just
a political
wait.
campaign issue. People should stop playing politics with it. They should allow the experts to do the talking.
Exactly.
Ben Ayade is not an expert on COVID-19.
Thank you. I mean,
He's not a medical doctor. He should just shut up.
In the United States, you see President Donald Trump every day addressing the press. And he doesn't have the answers for everything.
That's why Dr. Fauci is there. That's why Dr. Briggs is there.
Exactly. If you need facts, just get experts to speak with you. I don't understand why he thinks it's okay to come out with... Is he trying to sell the mask? Because I don't understand what the story really is. Is that what it is?
There is a state government-owned mask factory in Cross River State, and he has been encouraging that factory to produce. And he's been insisting that everybody must wear a mask. If you don't wear a mask, you get a fine of 300,000.
300,000.
I hope there is an enabling law backing that, and not
sure
the governor.
I can't imagine that
how people should behave.
I just find it particularly appalling that, and this is why state governors just continue to disappoint and disappoint one after the other. Because, like you said, it's this show of power relations between politicians and their people that we see playing off here. Like, how can you actually, in all your senses, stand up? By the way, in no social distancing whatsoever, because in your own head, you've decided that you don't need to social distance because you've got a mask on your face, which has no proof of doing anything really and truly to stop the spread of coronavirus. There are controversies around that. And you address your people to make that kind of demand. Do you know, I just can't wrap my head around it. Honestly speaking, I think this is one of the most shocking shows that we've had from any of our leaders since this outbreak happened.
Oh, you weren't here yesterday when we discussed Pastor Chris Oyakhilome.
Oh, let's not even get into him. Please.
All right. May we take another story? Yeah. All right. Now, let's head over to China, where a group of Nigerians on Twitter are posting videos of alleged maltreatment of Nigerians by the Chinese government. Using the hashtag China Must Explain, users are calling on the Nigerian government to take action. One user, Abayomi, posted a video with the caption, "Chinese government are enslaving Nigerians in China and chasing them out of their homes. Nigerian government are importing Chinese doctors into Nigeria." Hashtag China must explain. Let's take that video real quick.
They already chased us out from our hotel, and they kept us here that we should wait. They collected all our passports. Look at them. They collected all our passports. If the Nigerian government is doing anything, please, we beg them, let them be fast so we can go out of this mess here in China. It's too difficult here, man.
Well, are we... let's just do one more video from that hashtag.
Unfortunately, we have run out of time. But, this is the aspect that I was saying a lot of Nigerians are getting emotional about earlier on in the show with regards to the fact that Nigerians are being showed as being mistreated over in China. And yes, China must explain, but we cannot tie this to having advisors come in doctors come in to advise us on COVID-19. I think the two are completely separate, and I don't think they should be tied to each other at all.
Well, I think there must be an investigation right now if the story is true.
Certainly.
But in any case, we haven't had the two sides of the story. It's important to always have the two sides.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Oji.
Thanks, Oji.